the theatre now, because when this play was first performed in New York in the late 1960s, the play The Boys in the Band shocked audiences everywhere.
Yeah, its portrayal of gay men was something that hadn't really been seen before, and it's since been credited with helping to shift attitudes and further the cause of gay rights.
Now the play is being revived here in the UK. Its cast includes Mark Gatiss and Ian Hallard, who both join us now on the BBC Breakfast Sofa. Morning to you both. So let's start where the play begins. It's a birthday party, and well, explain the scene. What happens, Mark?
It's my birthday party. We've had to adjust the ages slightly, because I'm getting long in the tooth now.
32 in the script.
It's now 42, which I'm pushing. My name is Harold, and it's a group of 8 or possibly 9 gay men in a New York apartment in 1968. It's a funny play, it's a very sad and moving play, and it's on, which is the most important thing to stress.
It's the mentioning of 9 gay men, 8 or 9 gay men in an apartment in New York. That's the problem, isn't it?
Well, it certainly was, yeah, because previously, back in 1968, when it was premiered, there hadn't really been a play which had out gay men interacting with each other in this sort of community. And even within the play, the doorbell rings at one point, and one of the characters says, "Oh, it's the police," because at that point you could be raided, and just even in a private home, a gathering of gay men, it was against the law. They could have all been trooped down to the police station.
So it's very, you know, it's a very acerbic and unflinching portrayal of real gay life. It's been a play that's been in and out of fashion for many years, and because for a long time it was seen to be a very negative portrayal. But it's extremely truthful and very funny, and it all shades of life really, which is what great theatre and all great plays have.
And still as relevant now as it was then, I suppose.
It really is, it really is. And it's been 20 years since it was done here, so long overdue a revival, because it's a big part of gay culture and gay history, and there are so many quotable lines, and you actually find a lot of gay men quoting lines from it, not actually realising that's the play that it's from. I think my favourite quote, since we've been doing publicity, is James Holmes, who's playing Emery in the play, who's in Miranda, amongst other things, was asked to sum up the play in 4 words, and he came up with the quote, "Gays in a room." And I think that should just be, that should be an old
I heard that one before.
Yeah, you know.
That's good. That's good.
You say it's on now.
It's on.
It's on.
No, we start rehearsals tomorrow. It's at the Park Theatre in London, and then a week in Manchester, Lowry, and Brighton Theatre Royal, and the West Yorkshire Playhouse in November.
Can I ask how you two are going to be working together, living together, professionally?
Older viewers may remember Michael
rules?
Dennison and Dulcie Gray, who used to tour the provinces in thrillers. We're aiming for that, or Tim West and Prue Scales. We might do a Canal series one of these days.
Either that, or I move out for the next 4 weeks, so that we're not living together and working together. But no, it should be fine.
Really?
It should be fine. No, not.
Have you been on stage?
No, we've never done it together. We've done a couple of... Ian was in one of my Doctor Who's, and we did a thing about Captain Scott, which I wrote a few years ago, called The Worst Journey in the World, which I think is the only time we've actually shared a TV screen together.
Yeah. We did a radio version of Dracula last year when I was Renfield and Mark was Dracula, and Mark killed me.
Yeah.
So, which is not too dissimilar from this play.
You're very happy about that.
Yeah, it's quite...
Just remembering fondly.
So what happens, since you haven't kind of been in that situation really before, are there any ground rules as to if one of you, say, isn't perhaps portraying, you know, the play as you think it should be done, how diplomatically, or is it just, we're professionals, this is what I'd say to a fellow actor?
Well, the 2 characters in the play have got a pretty spiky relationship. They kind of tear a strip off each other, and it's complicated, isn't it? So that's going to be interesting.
It's complicated, Nega.
Yeah. So I think what we might do is there are 9 of us in the play, including Andy the Builder from EastEnders.
Jack Durgis, yes.
Lovely Daniel Boyes and various other very attractive actors. So I think as there's a group of 9 of us, what we're going to do is there'll be 2 separate dressing rooms, mine and Mark's, and we'll kind of just see who we can attract to our sides, and we'll kind of have a
psychological battle of warfare between them.
Yeah, because we've got enough time to play mind games.
Yeah. No, but it's fine. I mean, because we've worked together on writing and stuff over the years as well. We've written some scripts together. I kind of unofficially script edit most of the stuff that Mark writes, and if you can't, and we haven't fallen out about that, have we? We tend to be in agreement over that, so it'd be fine.
Got to ask you about
We'll
Sherlock
see.
as well.
Cut to.
Can't have you on here without talking about Sherlock, which you've obviously both been in. There's so much excitement about this programme. I mean, can you tell us anything about the new series?
We've just finished filming the 4th series. We finished about a fortnight ago, and it'll be on probably beginning of next year, where it usually is. We're very excited about it. I think it's the best one we've done. It's very big, chewy stuff, meaty. Lots of big, life-changing things happen in it, and all kinds of non-specific things like that I can say about it.
Yeah, so thanks for nothing.
Well, you know, I'll see you back here probably in January to talk about it again.
What's it like playing someone who's... I mean, I love Sherlock, but I find Mycroft a little bit repulsive.
Yes. Well, Ian says I've got into the stage of just playing creepy characters, and I was going through various.
Do you mean just?
Yes, it's true. That's all I do now. But I've now phased into sort of patrician Peter Mandelson type creepy characters, including Peter Mandelson. That's what I do now. So maybe after this play, I might do a musical and do something else. And the thing is, you know, at the height of all the interesting times we've been living in, I did think maybe I'll just do a live broadcast as Mycroft Holmes saying, don't worry, everything's fine. Because we need to sort of reassure people in this time of chaos.
I think that would freak them out.
And both of you, having worked in sort of these big budget TV dramas, does something like this feel very different? Does it bring a sort of pressure with it, Ian, going on the stage?
It's always different. I mean, I do prefer stage stuff to TV just because, I mean, we start rehearsal tomorrow and we've then got 4 weeks to kind of play with it and see what you come up with, whereas TV, obviously what you do on that first day that you're on camera, that's it, you're committed to it, you don't get to experiment with stuff. And the idea that actually on your first day of rehearsals for a play, that would be the version of the show that you presented is kind of terrifying in a way. So I think it can only be better on stage. So I love it, I'm really excited. I mean,
there's always that wonderful new energy of meeting new people, and we've only met to do a photo shoot so far. We have the read-through tomorrow morning, and it's really interesting process. And then obviously the battle over the dressing rooms, which is the most important thing.
Yes.
Obviously, my trailer's bigger than your trailer.
Great to talk to you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really lovely. The Boys in the Band opens in London in October, and then you take a short tour, don't you? And that includes Brighton, Salford, and Leeds. You'll be busy. Hope we get to catch it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Team GB came home with a record haul of medals from the Olympics, a whopping